So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Courage to Caregivers. And tonight we begin a new theme for the month. The theme is courage. We like that word here, don't we? The topic for tonight is learning from mistakes. We are all human, and as humans, we can and do make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. So, why beat ourselves up over mistakes? We are often hardest on ourselves, and we tend to give more compassion to others when they make mistakes, but we do not offer the same grace to ourselves. So let's change that. Perhaps we can look at mistakes as tremendous learning opportunities instead of failures. Mistakes can be a time of personal growth. If we keep making the same mistakes over and over, there's got to be a lesson there. And if so, what is the lesson that we are missing? If we are determined to learn from our experiences, maybe we can reframe some of our mistakes as simply the outcome of an experience and not label them good or bad. This requires some self-compassion, perhaps giving yourself a little bit of self-care. Maybe lunch with a friend, a massage, a walk in nature, even some deep breathing might be just what you need to soothe your soul. Just think of the courage it takes to own up to your mistakes. It's not always easy, but it's very necessary if you want to learn from them. Making mistakes also makes us stronger in character, creates resiliency, and teaches you something about getting up and moving forward. And there's a lot of satisfaction when you know that you can keep calm and carry on no matter what happens. And now let us exercise a little self-care with some mindful breathing and meditation, and then mindful movement. Why? Because you're worth it. That's why. So I invite you to get comfortable in your chair there. Perhaps taking a moment to shift a little bit from side to side so that you're sitting evenly on both sitting bones, bringing both feet to the floor, taking your shoulders up to your ears and then rolling them back down so that they're nice and even and so that you're not holding any tension in that area. Placing your hands on your knees or on your thighs. Finding a nice tall spine and a little lift through the crown of the head. And I invite you to close the eyes or at least leave them softly cast down in front of you as you begin to breathe in and out of the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing the natural rhythm of your own unique breath as it comes and as it goes. And then just noticing all of your connections, your feet on the floor, and that intentional connection to the earth. Your seat on the chair, and so that connection with your roots, your root chakra, and what that feels like, that groundedness on your chair. And then your connection to the universe, to what is all around you, and just having that knowledge of that expansiveness, that spaciousness all around you, just surrounding you with all the positive energy that the universe can bring. Good. And just continuing to breathe in and out here. And then noticing any sensations, noticing the pace of your breath. Is your breath flowing smoothly, or are you holding in any areas? And if it is sticking and not flowing smoothly, just breathe into those places and let the breath flow. And then noticing anything that you might hear in your space tonight. Any kind of sounds coming from outside, or any sounds that are going on in your room. Perhaps your furnace is on, or maybe a ceiling fan, just noticing those sounds And then going internally, noticing the sound of your own breath, noticing the sound of my voice. And then notice any sounds, any other sounds, maybe the beating of your own heart, just noticing. And then noticing sensations behind closed eyes, any sensations or shadows of light and dark, maybe colors, just noticing that now. And then any tactile sensations, the sensation of touch, the sensation of your hands on your thighs and the material of whatever you're wearing. The sensations of your feet on the floor. Maybe you've got bare feet. Maybe you're wearing shoes or slippers. Whatever those feet feel like and whatever that material is on the floor beneath you. Maybe a rug. Maybe you have blocks under your feet. Maybe a blanket. Maybe just your bare feet against your floor, your wood floor. Whatever you're feeling, just notice that now. Good. And then just begin to intentionally deepen the breath. So in deepening deepening the inhale and deepening the exhale, breathing in a little longer, breathing out a little longer and more intentionally. Good. And then just taking the time to come into a breath technique called 5-3-5-3 breathing. This is also known as rectangle breathing. So if you can imagine in your mind's eye, the in-breath is the long line across, the out-breath is the short line down, the out-breath is holding the breath for 3. The out-breath is then the long line across for the count of 5. And then we hold again for the count of 3. That's the next line going up. And then the in-breath again for the count of 5. So looks like a rectangle if you could paint it with your finger. 5 on the in-breath, 3 on the hold, 5 on the out-breath, 3 on the hold, and so on. And so we're going to try that together. I will count with you, taking in the breath for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 1, 2, and 3. Good. Let's try that again. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 1, 2, 3. So you get the idea. I invite you to find this breath on your own, doing it at your own pace, 5-3-5-3. And as you're doing this, I will read our affirmations for tonight's practice. My life is a labor of love. There are no mistakes, only learning. It is safe for me to try something new and fail, because the truth is there is no failure, no mistakes, only outcomes. Connected to my heart, I have the courage to move forward. Connected to my heart, I have the courage to move forward. And just continuing this breathing, feeling it in the body. We are now going to bring both hands over the heart so that you're embracing your heart in a little gesture of compassion, compassion for yourself and all you do each and every day as a caregiver, as a human, everything that you do for others. Just notice that now, feel that in your body. Make this an embodied gesture. Good. And then we're going to do a little heart focus breathing here since our hands are at the heart. When we breathe in, the chest rises and pushes out towards the hands. When we breathe out, the hands come back to the chest. And just envision this as the heart moving forward and back, in and out, just like the breath. And ride the wave of that heart-focused breathing. And we know when we breathe from the heart, that slow and steady deep breathing actually allows the heart rate to decrease, allows the blood pressure to go down. And we are doing something good for the body and the mind. And when we breathe in this manner, we actually have that mind-body connection, slowing everything down in your circulatory system, and that comes from the heart. Heart-focused breathing. It's breathing into that little gesture that is just for you. Compassion, nourishment, and love. Good. Couple more rounds of this breath. Feeling your chest rise and fall with each and every breath. Feeling your hands move with you and the breath. Good. And then gently releasing the hands and placing them back on your thighs. You can slowly blink open the eyes. We're going to do a little bit of mindful movement here in the chair as we begin to move the spine in our 6 directions. So just checking in for a moment with your posture, making sure that your spine is nice and long and that your feet are on the floor. Great. We're going to bring that right arm up overhead, lengthening through the fingertips, lengthening through the crown of the head. Taking that left hand to the side of the chair, we'll inhale as we lift the arm, exhale as we bend to the side. Good. Just feeling that openness on that right side body. Inhaling, coming back to center, then we place the right hand on the chair next to us. Inhaling that left arm up overhead, reaching, and then exhaling to the right, opening up the left side body. Breathing here. And we're going to come upright again. Let's take this to either side several times. You know what to do, just being mindful of linking your breath with the movement and taking this at your own pace to give yourself all the time you need to wake up that spine. Good. Beautiful. Easy, steady breaths. And then we're going to bring the hands back down to your thighs. Placing the hands on the thighs, the feet on the floor, nice tall spine. We're going to inhale as we move those hands towards the knees, arch the back, lift the gaze, and take a little cow pose here. Good. We're going to exhale, bringing those hands back toward the body, rounding the spine and tucking your chin to your chest for our cat pose. Good. Inhaling back to cow, lifting the gaze. Exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine. So again, I invite you to do this on your own to the rhythm of your own breath. Feeling every vertebra as you go, making a little space and expansion there. And really juicing up that spine. Good. Beautiful, everyone. And then coming back to stillness with your hands on your thighs, checking in with a nice tall spine once again. I'm going to take the right hand to the left knee, bringing that left hand behind you either on the chair or on the seat as we slowly twist over that left shoulder, lengthening through the crown of the head, breathing in and breathing out. Good. And then we're going to come back to center, Taking that right hand to the, I'm sorry, left hand to the right knee. We're doing the opposite here. Taking that right hand behind you as we twist to that right shoulder. Good. Coming back to center. Let's just take this a couple times on each side at your own pace. Good. And then let's meet each other here in the center. We're going to do a little bit of tapping here. So this is emotional freedom tapping. And I encourage you to take some time this week to look at the tappingsolution.com or get the Tapping Solution app on your phone. This is a wonderful way of tapping out negative energy, tapping out negative statements that we might say to ourselves when we do make mistakes. So it looks something like this. We use the fingertips, so the padded part of the finger, not the very fingernail part, but the soft padded part. And we start here by taking the side of, we're going to take the side of the hand first, the outer side of the hand, the fleshy part between the base of the hand and the very bottom of the pinky finger. So just this fleshy part, and we're just going to start to give ourselves a little karate chop here. It doesn't have to hurt. We don't want that. So a very gentle chop, tapping motion. And so we're saying to ourselves here, I want you to think of one mistake that you might have made in the recent past. I know I've made at least 3 today, so it can't be something that comes too far back, but just the first thing that floats up to your mind. And you're going to say to yourself, I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I made this mistake, and name the mistake to yourself. I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I blank made this mistake. Okay. And then using the pads of the fingertips coming up over the eyebrows. Okay. I didn't, and then fill in the blank, whatever you thought you were supposed to do. I didn't, and then fill in the blank, maybe the thing that caused you to make the mistake. Tap, tap, tap over the eyebrows. And then the side of the eye, so right at the side of the eye, right before the temple, ask yourself why. Why didn't I do that? And just tap, 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 tap. And then under the eye, right at that bony process there, where the cheek starts. Am I sabotaging myself? Tap, tap, tap. And then above the mouth, maybe, and then below the mouth, or I just forgot. Tap, 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 tap. And the collarbones, so both hands on each collarbone, each side of the collarbones there. Maybe I'm just not used to doing this. Tap, tap, tap. And then with the karate chop again, we're going to go under the arm with that karate chop. But I can start now. So on both sides, karate chop, I can start to make changes now. Good. And then bringing your hands to the top of the head, karate chop, or I'm sorry, tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap to the top of the head. I am now aware. I am now aware. So you get the idea of this process. We're tapping in positive energy, tapping out negative energy, and also, as we talked about when the class first started tonight, naming the mistake, being aware of the mistake, and having the courage to face the fact that you made the mistake. But then the tapping solution allows you to process through that mistake, to name it, to reframe it, and come out of it with more growth, more development within yourself. And that's always a good thing. That can actually be a wonderful gift that you give yourself. Okay. And so from here, we're going to come into eagle arms because eagles are strong and resilient creatures. And we know that through learning from our mistakes, we also become a strong and resilient eagle. We become that wise, strong character. So we're going to bring our arms out in front of us with the palms facing up to the sky. And then take opposite hands to opposite shoulders, giving yourself a great big hug here. And really savor that hug, that gentle expression of compassion for yourself. From here, we bend at the elbows and then we bring the palms together. Good. And so just channeling your inner eagle, you could leave your hands right where they are in front of your face, or you could raise the arms up if that's comfortable. If your shoulders don't allow that, then just stay right where you are. Good. Just breathing into your eagle. Strong, resilient eagle. Beautiful. And then untwist the arms, untwist the hands, and you're going to bring your arms into the back plane of the body, soaring eagle, flying here. Feeling your strength as you fly forward, walking away from those mistakes, and then learning from the mistakes that we make. We do it every day. And then bringing your hands out in front of you again, palms facing up. We're going to take opposite hands to opposite shoulders. Once again, giving yourself a great big hug. Good. And then we're going to bend at the elbows. Whatever arm was underneath before, you're going to do the opposite now. So bringing those elbows together and then bringing the palms together. And once again, choosing where you want to place those arms, either right in front of you or moving them up. And just breathing here into this nice arm gesture of the eagle. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. And then releasing the hands, untwisting the arms. Once again, bringing your arms into the back plane of the body, soaring here as your eagle. All the possibilities of life in front of you, learning from mistakes, strengthening yourself each and every day. Good. And then releasing the hands, placing both hands on your thighs, rolling the shoulders up to the ears. We'll come into a seated mountain pose. So feet on the floor, seat on your chair. Nice tall spine. Heart is open, chest is open, breathing into your strong mountain. Mountains are also resilient. They withstand the weathering of life, the storms, the wind, the rain. But they're there to stand in the sunshine when the storms passed, just as you are, as you go through your life, as you withstand your own storms, whatever those may be. Good. And now we're going to release the hands, bringing the hands to the heart center. Grateful for this moment. Grateful for your ability to walk through the most challenging storms, the most difficult times of your life, with grace, resilience, and fortitude. Let's release the hands and we'll prepare for our final resting posture of Shavasana. I invite you to find any comforts that you might need tonight. Blankets, pillows, maybe lowering your lights to create a little darkness there. Maybe aromatherapy, such as essential oils, a candle, lotion, some spices in a bowl, whatever it is that you need to make your sanctuary a little more comfortable. And then just closing the eyes wherever you are. If you're seated in a chair or if you're laying down on the floor, just beginning to connect with whatever lies beneath you. If you're on the floor, lengthening out from the toes all the way to the crown of the head. Maybe placing your hands on your low belly or down at your sides. If you're seated in a chair, just making sure that your body is supported and comfortable and warm. When we rest, we tend to lose the heat from the body and our body gets cooler, so we want to make sure we're supported with warmth. Good. And now I invite you to begin to connect with your breath once again, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, just noticing the natural rhythm of your breath. Good. Just feeling your space on the floor or in your chair, and feeling the body start to soften and release. So starting with the crown of the head, let's begin to release all muscle tension there. So releasing the muscles in the forehead, the cheeks, the temples, and the jaw. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. And then moving your awareness down to the right shoulder, begin to release tension there. And moving your awareness down the arm, the elbow, the forearm, the wrist, the hand and the fingers, the thumb, the index finger, middle finger, ring finger and pinky finger, the back of the hand and the palm of the hand, so that from the right hand all the way up to the right shoulder, your right arm is completely relaxed. Breathe into this relaxation and knowing. Good. And moving down the right side of the body, the armpit, the ribs, the waist, and then finally moving into the right hip. Releasing all tension there. Let it melt away. And then let your awareness travel down into the right thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, and the top of the foot, and the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the right foot. Right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the right foot all the way up to that right hip, your whole right leg is relaxed. Your whole right leg is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. Now moving over to the left side of the body, begin to bring your awareness to the left shoulder. The left upper arm, the forearm and elbow, the wrist, the hand, the palm of the hand and the back of the hand, and all the fingers of the left hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, so that from the fingers of the left hand all the way up to the shoulder, your whole left arm is relaxed. Your whole left arm is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Good. And now bringing your awareness down the left side of the body, the armpit, the ribs, the waist, and bringing that relaxation into the left hip, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot, the top of the foot and the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the left foot. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe. So that from the foot all the way up to the left hip, your whole left leg is relaxed. Your whole left side is relaxed. Both sides of the body are completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Good. And now bringing your awareness to the back body and all parts of the body that have contact with either your chair or the floor beneath you. The heels, the calves, the thighs, the back of the thighs, the buttocks, the low back, the middle back, upper back, shoulder blades, back of the head. Your whole back body is relaxed. Your whole back body is completely and totally relaxed. Feel the release of your back body to the support beneath you. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And now bringing awareness to the front body and all parts of the body that shine toward the sun. The front of the feet and the legs, the pelvis and the hips, the low belly and the upper belly, the ribs, the chest, the heart, your generous, beautiful, caregiving heart, for all that you bring to your heart and all that your heart gives to others each and every day. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease and letting go. Your whole front body is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. Rest now in this knowing. Just rest. Very gently and very slowly begin to bring your awareness back, starting to bring in a little movement, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe taking a full body stretch either in your chair or on the floor, and maybe even taking a little bit of a to side, rock from side to side, whatever you're needing to wake up the body and come back to the present moment. And then just taking your time. Whenever you're ready, just rolling to one side and making a little pillow for your head there. And I'm going to read a couple of closing quotations about making mistakes. So a couple of these are anonymous. The first one is, if mistakes weren't part of life, erasers wouldn't exist. I love that one. And then, mistakes are the seeds from which trees of knowledge grow. And the last one is a quote from Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. And she says, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. Life is messy, so let's just get our hands in there and get messy, right? And whenever you're ready, just pressing yourself back up to seated. And then just meet me with hands to your heart. It was an honor to be with you again tonight. I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead. As always, the light within me honors and recognizes the light that is absolutely bouncing out of you all tonight. And we share that acknowledgement when we say together, Namaste.